Hello, Steve White, Trek White 89 for Steve Arts 89. Well, we've got a little bit of news from Star Trek. Season 5 of Star Trek Discovery started to film recently. Some of the actors were talking about it. Doug Jones showed himself shaving his head to make it easier to do the makeup for Saru. Other people have been putting up stuff, and that's nice. I normally wouldn't be that interested in the start of a new Discovery season, except I actually liked the way Season 4 ended. And if they can continue on in that vein, it actually felt like Star Trek the last couple of episodes. They might be able to salvage the show in its last years maybe. But it may also have been a fluke, I don't know. But we'll see. There's some interesting talk about what they're doing with the next season, which could improve it. It also could be a complete disaster. It really depends on how they do this whole using... I'm not even going to go into it. I did a separate video on it. Now, so far as other news, Paramount Plus has launched in the UK and Ireland. It's a very interesting release, though. The 22nd of June, they opened up in UK and Ireland, and Strange New Worlds is still 5 weeks behind. The first 3 episodes are available immediately, and then each other week you'll get an episode on a Wednesday, a new episode on a Wednesday, but they're still 5 weeks behind. So that's just, you can't do that with streaming. You have to have everything launched at the same time. And I can understand, I don't know why they don't just go straight to episode 8 and have the other ones open, release at the same time. I don't know why they're doing that. They've moved all the stuff that was on Pluto now onto Paramount Plus, but that includes Prodigy, which was formerly on a Nickelodeon channel in the UK. But what's strange is Picard and Lower Decks are still exclusive to Amazon Prime. So if you get Paramount Plus, it's not going to include all the Star Trek shows. And also the the animated series is still exclusive to Netflix. So that's all very strange. And some are in HD and some aren't. Like, of course, Star Trek, the original series, Next Generation, were both remastered in HD, so they're done in HD. And Enterprise was released on Blu-ray in HD, even though they didn't upscale the effects, which are still on screen 480 and 720. Some are 1080, but most of them aren't actually 1080 like the rest of the footage, the live action footage and everything. So that's a bit, but they're all on HD. As far as the films, there's got 11 out of 13. So they've got the first 6 Star Trek films, the Next Generation films, and then they've got the first JJ film, which is 11, but they don't have Into Darkness or Beyond, which is kind of strange. So far as 4K, The Wrath of Khan, Voyage Home, and 2009 are in 4K, but the motion picture isn't. They've just got the regular motion picture. They don't have the director's edition, which we in Australia had since, I think we got that in April. I was going to say December. I was thinking about the original release of the film and the anniversary of the film. But yeah, so they're going to have more Europe releases through the year. Italy, it's going to be September. Germany, Switzerland, Austria are going to be in December. They've linked up with Comcast to do this Sky Showtime sort of streaming channel, which is going to have a lot of Paramount Plus content in a whole bunch of other countries around the world. There's a whole list. I couldn't even write them all down. But yeah, it's just interesting that they've released Paramount Plus, but they don't have all the Star Trek shows. It's not the home for all the Star Trek shows. Like I said, they don't have Picard and Lower Decks. They don't have 2 of the Star Trek films. They don't have the director's edition of the motion picture. Some things are HD, some things are not. And they're just slowly rolling it out. And Strange New Worlds is 5 weeks behind. I mean, how are you going to be showing an episode that was already shown around the rest of the world or other parts of the world 5 weeks ago and expect people not to have it spoiled or ruined? Or there's just a lot of missteps here, and it hasn't been a smooth rollout. And I don't know what they're thinking, but I'm sure they'll eventually sort it out. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We had Paramount Plus fairly early on because CBS bought one of our main TV stations, Channel 10, and then they did a 10 Plus, so they already had a lot of the things, the infrastructure sort of worked out for that, so it's very easy for them to roll straight into releasing a Paramount Plus. So we got it fairly early on, although I haven't used it once, although I still watch Star Trek and watched the director's edition of Star Trek, the motion picture. But We don't talk about that. I don't pirate. I don't illegally download. I don't do anything like that. But there are places where you can watch, and you don't have to be on Paramount Plus. So maybe one day, if they show some respect for the show, I might sign up. But Strange New Worlds wasn't enough to convince me to do it. I was thinking of doing it to watch it, in better quality and that, but like on my TV and everything. But there's buffering issues and issues with the platform and the interface and everything. I'm hearing people complain about. So I'll wait for them to sort it out properly. They still don't really have their together. But I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Did I already say that? I don't know. I'm going to go. Bye.